She said a bowel movement came out of him as long as from her fingertips to her elbow, as big around as her forearm. She said that once it was in the toilet, they couldn't flush it down. Her husband had to get a shovel out of the garage and chop it up.
So get ready. The countdown to June 13th has begun.
The Morning Stream. Maybe I can help you. I am Boba Fett.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to TMS. This is the morning stream for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. My name is Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett.
Hello, and I am the new budget-friendly Apple iIbbit.
Oh, yeah, look at you. Celebrating
iBot.
Apple Day. I like that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be... so, I forgot to tell you this last week. I went in to get our phones replaced finally because I put it off forever.
The new, get the new 17.
Yeah, because we're on the yearly, and we just got busy in funerals, my mom, all that.
Of course.
So we just never got time to get in there. So we go in there to do it, and our same guy's there who always helps us, and he's awesome. And I said, hey, man. He goes, hey. And his name's Devin. And he says, I'll bet you're here finally for your phone swap. And I said, yeah, I think it's time. And he goes, it may not be time. And I said, why is that? He says, next week, so this is a week ago, he goes, next week, I think it's Tuesday, Apple's doing an event where the rumor is they're going to shadow launch their first foldable phone and do it mid-gen, meaning, between the year.
Yeah.
And that the new cadence will be the foldables in spring, and then in fall you get your regular mainline business. And he says it seems really, what's the word? He says these rumors coming from what I'm hearing in the places he talks to within T-Mobile as a carrier.
Yeah.
He says, I'm pretty sure they're doing something. So just wait a week, and then if it doesn't materialize, come in here and swap them anyway. And so that's what we're going to do.
It did not materialize.
Yeah. I mean, is it going to happen today? Do we know? I don't know. They haven't announced anything yet, have they?
No. I thought that they just announced a cheaper, like the 17E is the only thing that really...
Oh, I thought they hadn't even done anything yet. Have they already talked? Have they already done
I thought that they'd already talked. And I didn't find out. I found out about it until, I found out when D-Brand announced new iPad and budget iPhone 17E, I believe it is.
Let's see. Everything Apple announced today. Oh, you're right. Okay. Oh, well, if it's already... I thought this thing hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, 17E was announced yesterday, MacBook Air today, new MacBook Pro, new MacBook Air, new Studio display.
And the new Airs are all G5 or M5s, right? Yeah, M5 Pro. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so...
Well, I guess I can go in and get my phone swapped.
There you go. That's a bummer it's not a foldable, though. I mean, I've been excited to see what Apple does in that space, but...
Yeah, you got to figure they're working on something. Yeah. The way they usually do things is they let the rest of the industry deal with fold issues and breakage and all the problems that come around this stuff, and then they swoop in at the end and go, now that it's kind of perfected, here's ours, and we invented it. Yeah. So, but the point is they're kind of right in that they hold up at that stage. You just had to wait a lot longer and pretend that Apple invented it, but yeah. I don't know.
I'm hoping that also the thing that gets announced or released this week, and it's not going to be one of these big showcasey things, but for the last 3 or 4 weeks, their solo loop bands. Like I like the silicone solo loop. This is one of the ones that just clasps.
Oh yeah, I like those.
But they've been impossible to find. The only ones at the local Apple stores, Tina goes off to Ulta or something like that. I'm like, I'll pop into the Apple store because that's what we do as men.
Sure.
And I go in and say, hey, what color solo loops do you have? Because the one I have is dark blue and there's a tear in the middle of it. And I know that if I wear it for too long, the tear is just going to get bigger and it's going to pop off my wrist at an inappropriate time. And they're like, oh yeah, sure. They pull out their phone. Wow. Only thing we have in every size and every band length is blush, which is like a weird pink store or pink color.
Yeah.
And then they say, well, usually what that means is Apple's about to come out with a new set of colors and a new set of solo loops. So I would wait. Don't buy the blush now. I'm like, don't worry. I'm not buying the blush.
Yeah. You're not into the blush, as it turns out.
Not into the blush, but so we'll see. Maybe let's see. Let's hopefully see that, along with all these really cool new things, they just quietly say, oh yeah, by the way, we also have some new solo loop bands.
You think these packs they do of like, here's an 8-pack for the Ultra.
These ones you get on Amazon, I look at those.
It's like
and
$20 for 8 of these. That seems like these are going to be shit, right?
I've had good luck. I bought a metal magnetic black metal one on Amazon for a tenth of the price that Apple charges for it, and it was fine.
Really?
Yeah. So I could
check
easily just go the route of going, you know what, I'll just take a solo loop 8-pack. I mean, you and I could go in on a solo loop 8-pack, divide the 8 between the two of us.
Yeah, pick our favorites.
Pretty good, exactly.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I might try it. My my Ultra it came with is a good band, but it's starting to wear out. So I gotta figure it out. I don't know. Anyway, happy Apple Day. No foldables. I guess I'm going to T-Mobile and the Costco. Whee!
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we did. I did a thing.
Okay. All right, tell me the thing you did.
Kim's really good at this. I have a harder time with it. I look at my phone and go, do I need all these apps? And I usually don't, right? It's a bunch of stuff I don't need, or even in some cases stuff I use but shouldn't. It's like, do I need an X on here? Do I need freaking Instagram? I really don't, on my phone anyway. Like God, maybe
you're so much better at this than I am. So yeah.
So there it is on my phone, and I'm like, I kind of feel like clearing some of this off. And Kim goes, yeah, me too. And she just goes in and deletes Instagram without even thinking, Pinterest without even thinking.
Wow.
Just starts deleting these apps. And I says to her, I go, why are you doing that? She says, because they're just distractions and they're a waste of time. And I went, how do you have that kind of, like, I don't have that. I always worry and go, well, no, if I need, but what if I go, or what if I, I what if myself into a corner that about things I need to have access to. And she's like, nah, you don't need it, and deletes it. How is that? Why can't I do that? But then, it's a whole other thing. But aside from that, here's my question. Does anyone use Nextdoor for anything? Like, other than just, oh, did you hear that lady up the road's yelling at somebody or something? You know what I mean?
Yes. When a crazy neighbor lady lost, like, one of their cats disappeared for 3 days, we thought, well,
oh boy.
He's coyote food. There's no way. They've lost cats before, and the cats have never come back. And so after one day, we're like, yep, nope. She put a post up there. We kind of shared it as well, or followed it and tracked stuff and kept an eye on people's posts and stuff to see if anyone said, oh, found a brown tabby. That's about the only time I've gone in Nextdoor in the last year.
But it worked. They found
most of the time. It worked. The cat just came back. The cat had completely unrelated to Nextdoor. The cat found his way back home and was fine.
I gotcha.
Nextdoor, Benjamin 006 almost has it correct. It's here's what Nextdoor is. Oh, my cat is lost. Please keep an eye out for a brown tabby. Oh no, that's very sad. I will keep an eye out for it. God bless you, and I hope you find your cat.
I'm praying for your cat.
I'm praying for your cat. Next one is, why do you let your cat outside anyway? You know the area's full of coyotes. And another person, you know why the area's full of coyotes? Because Governor Polis brought the wolves back to southern Colorado, and that's chased all the coyotes up forward.
This sounds right.
That is the level of escalation of a Nextdoor post.
Okay, well, that actually answers my question why I don't need it anymore.
Yeah, you don't need it. You really don't.
I don't need it.
Yeah.
I really don't. Yeah. But I will say, there's some entertainment to be had there, but for the most part, it's just like, why do I have this? So that was an easy one. I get rid of that.
Yeah.
Chuck that out of there. And I was going to ask you, of all the apps on your phone, if you had to do it, someone said to you right now, Brian, delete 5 apps, and you went.
It'd be so easy for me because I have so many. Basically, my home screen is everything that I use on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And then my next page is some things I occasionally use. And then there is no next page after that.
That's
next
great.
is just their list of stuff. So basically, if I stop using something, if I think to delete it, I delete it. But chances are I just take it off my home screen. It still resides on my phone. And there's so many times I'm like, oh yeah, I need to adjust this. I forget the brand of some app powered light switch or surge protector that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
And I look on the bottom, see the manufacturer, and then I pull it up on my thing. Oh, that's Wise. And then it's like, oh yeah, downloading your Wise app. And the thing will fills in. So bottom line for me is I'm not running out of space because it apparently offloads. I have the thing turned on to offload unused apps.
Yeah.
And then when I do need something, it just really quickly downloads it. And it's like, this works just fine for me. There's never a time that I'm like recording a video that it says, you're almost out of storage.
Yeah, that never happens to me either.
So it's an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. I move apps off the home screen when I don't need them anymore.
I think that's good. I think that's a good idea. I've got this problem where I've got a folder called games to play, not just games I need to get to.
Like ones you haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah, and it's just sitting there and I'm not touching them. There's also old games. One of them is called Pirate Outlaws. I'm never going to play that again, but I'm afraid to delete it because I think, well, what if I did want to play it again?
Yeah.
It's stupid for me, so I gotta just clear this all out.
You're really good at that. Like I noticed, our TMS folder gets the clear out treatment all the time. And
wait, which folder? Our music folder?
Our TMS music folder.
Oh, I don't do any of that.
Call it?
Someone else moves that stuff. I don't move those out of there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not the TMS music folder. iSwarm does that, but like for a while is like my recommendals would disappear the day after we do the show.
Oh, right.
And these would be cleared out and like really
with
long
files,
clips,
especially files. Like I am a hardcore desktop. I wish I could do this in my actual office.
Yeah.
I'm so orderly.
Yeah.
With files, tab usage even. I get real weird about it. I don't know what that comes from. I get very meticulous about computer storage and where everything is and that it's all labeled properly and all this sort of stuff. But I don't do it with my phone. My phone's just a nightmare.
It's interesting, yeah.
I don't know. I should delete I don't know. What is this? What even is Flip Flop Plus? I don't know what that is.
It's probably some game where you have to flip things or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like there's just a ton of crap on here. I don't know what it is. Yeah. So whatever. Maybe I'll get better at it. But Kim was just like, yeah, I don't need Instagram. It's just distracting me. I said, okay.
That's another good use for it. It's like, oh man, why do I keep this? I keep playing this game because it's right on my home screen. Why do I even bother with it? And so I'll delete it and be like, oh, well, there we go. There's a nice little distraction-free thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be like, keep data just in case. I want to come back to this game.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the data part. That part I do usually do. If I delete a game, I'm like, I never know if I'm going to come back to it. I probably never will.
Probably never will. But I've come back to games. You know what game I come back to are those dumb. Oh man, I could find them if I had to. But it's the games where you've got it's almost like Breakout, but you are aiming your ball, and no matter where it lands down below, you don't have to have a paddle that catches it. It just stops wherever it lands down below, right? So it bounces around, destroys a few blocks, and then you aim it somewhere else and destroy a bunch of blocks that are all coming closer to you. And Tan, something like that? Tan?
Oh, yeah. I think I have it now, but I know the game. I was thinking you were talking about that Ball X Pit game that came out last year, but not that.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, there's it's a... Let's see if I can find it now that I remember it has Tan in the name.
I still have Card Crawl, Solitarica, and Potion. What's that one called? No, what is this called? Anyway, there's a couple of games where I just love. Oh, Miracle Merchant, where you make the potions for people. There's a couple of games that are still like premium games. They're not some free to play bullshit. That are just great. They're great games, so I keep them, but I just don't play them.
Dude, I still. Well. Obviously it needs to be downloaded, but look at that Motion Quest or Poker Quest from Motion X, which no way there's no way that's going to download. Mm-mm. It's gone.
Like Flappy Bird. I still have Flappy Bird for that reason. I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
Because it's long gone. It ain't in the store
long
anymore.
gone.
Yeah. I hope we need to do a quick wellness check on Stephanie. Stephanie, you doing okay with all this mobile game talk?
Her eyes have rolled into the back of her head. She's now like a zombie.
She's like a precog. Use her while you can, everybody.
Exactly.
That sounds terrible. Hey, the fans have spoken, Brian. Tell me what they've spoken. What words have they said?
Yeah, so boy, I talked about, does anybody even really use quicktms.li anymore? And my gosh, DMs, messages on email and other methods, people reached out and be like, oh no, I totally use it. I go there. If there's a song I really like, it's great that you have a way to get to that. Bobby said, sometimes I'll forget when what movies or TV shows you guys have recommended, and I'll go there and check those out after I've finished a series, finished binging something. So
that's great.
So it's back. It never left is what it is. What I'm trying to say.
Back in POG form.
It's back and better than ever in POG form.
Sweet.
So it don't worry, it's here. And after we talk with Dan, there's a bunch of links to all the games he's gonna recommend. It's gonna be a big day for Dan.
Big day for Dan. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever had a
stuff.
bigger day for Dan.
I don't know if we have
stuff.
either. There's so many games he's going to talk about. You and I are going to basically have to just shut up for like 20 minutes and let him cook.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
That's right.
So
bookmark that shit. quicktms.li. Get in there.
That's right. Still working on the redesign, but right now it's at what I call a clean functional level where every post, it's basically every day is a post, and you'll have the song and then you'll have whatever else we talked about if there are links. So, and it still works though. If you want to say, only show me recommendals, you click the tab at the top and it'll only show you posts that have recommendals in them. So
nice.
Yeah. I just was getting really tired of there was like a weird visual bug where it was showing the previous audiobook for the new audiobook link for Red Fraggle, or it was showing a previous song album cover and blah blah blah. So
sure. Well, we're on our way to better times.
We are definitely on our way to better times. So quicktms.li.
Nice. Let's do some quick news before we get to said Dan, who's coming up here in a bit. Here you go. It's time for the news, and it's brought to you by
Live on Kickstarter all month. Lycan, Solomon's Odyssey Chapter 4. Lycan is an award-winning graphic novel series about the world's first werewolf, horror, mythology, and adventure, all in one. In Chapter 4, Solomon heads to ancient Egypt searching for a cure, seeking help from the gods themselves, but he'll face new weaknesses, bloodthirsty monsters, and plenty of chaos along the way. Find it on Kickstarter or head to lycanbook.com. That's LYCAN book.com.
Nice. We'd love to hear when you guys are making cool projects.
It's very cool.
And help promote them on the show.
Yeah.
Happy to do it. Do you hear the sad news about Essential Trimmer passing away? I don't know if you ever met him.
No, but I remember us looking for, we were trying to find him. And
yeah. So mostly on the WoW side of things, the instance and stuff. And he was very active in our guild up until recently. And then just disappeared one day and nobody could find him. And we had no contacts. And so there was as good a search as we could do was enacted, and then finally found out that he had passed, and it was super sad. I hate it when we lose one of our own. I don't like it.
For sure.
I don't like it one bit.
Was he older? Was he
older guy? Yeah, I want to say 60s, I think. So
as we start getting older, Scott, it's going to happen more and more to us, and
I don't like it. I remember this thing when I was growing up. My mom would be like,
lost another one.
Yeah, you look in the paper and you find out what all your friends are dying.
You go down the obituary list with a red Sharpie and say, okay, knew her, knew him.
Becomes like the crossword puzzle for them. They like seeing that, and I'm like, I think that's horrible. I don't want all my friends to die. Old people are weird.
Oh,
all right, let's get to this story about an Irish hospital panic.
Okay.
They freaked out over there. They went, ah! As a mom's eyes, so this mom was in there, her eyes turned alien fluorescent green after the eye drops they gave her.
Oh, geez. Okay.
We got photos of this.
Where can I get these? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Let's see.
The problem I have with these photos is it's really hard to tell if that's real or not. But
right. It easily could be doctored.
It could be. This is on, by the way, this comes to us via the Irish Star. I don't know what that website is. I know that.
Sounds like it might be a newspaper, the Irish Star.
Yeah, like it might be a rag of some kind. I love this name, Derek McDonough
Yeah.
and
Probably
Gavin
Dara.
Quinn. These are real Irish people for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, mother of three has recounted her astonishment upon discovering that her eyes had transformed into a fluorescent green shade after a mishap during a visit at a Galway hospital. Margarita Wargola.
Wow.
Sure.
I had one of my alts was a Wargola. And WoW.
Yeah, and they
ran a Wargola for a
they,
little while.
they got rid of that class for some reason. I don't know why.
It's too bad. It's a bummer.
Yeah, maybe they'll bring it back.
They were good at hunting.
I was playing last night. They have a new version of Shadow Moon, the city for the Blood Elves.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole zone now, and it is in this expansion completely redone. It's like not even close to what it used to be. It's incredible. Like,
really?
Visually, you're like, what in the hell am I looking at?
I'll have to. I saw you posted on Twitch. I'll have to go and watch it.
It's wild, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, she says this Margarita Wargola described the chaos that ensued following the blunder, ultimately leaving the hospital medical staff and facility and making her way home with glowing yellow-green eyes reminiscent of a horror film, they say. The artist and photographer, originally from Poland, turned to social media to document her experience in the immediate wake of the incident. This is not a filter, she declared in the video clip. Displaying her luminous green eyes, Mrs. Wargola revealed that the nurse had neglected to inquire whether she was wearing contact lenses prior to the administering of the drops, which contaminated her lenses with fluorescent dye. So that's what it was. It reacted with her lenses.
With her probably colored contacts, right?
Yeah. Which is the part she didn't really get into the colored part. She just said that they reacted here or contaminated them.
It's I mean, there's some stuff on the newest season of The Pit where they inject some fluorescent dye. I guess it's UV dye that you have to look at under UV light to see if there's a leak that's going out through somebody's wound, but different thing.
Waiting for those to pile up, and I'm going to binge like hell.
We were, and then we said we just can't wait any longer. And
I don't blame you, dude.
Binged into them. I know, it's so good. And
you got like a head start, though, so you got some piled up.
We've got 8 episodes. Let's just get into it. All right, cool.
Yeah. We've done that before. We're like, we're going to wait till it's done. Yeah. We're going to avoid spoilers, and then we usually don't. But
we finished the Traitors. Ellen Cummings.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's a traitor in your midst.
Isn't there some kind of controversy around that? Somebody won that cheated, or there was something going on with that, right?
The person who won without being, I kind of don't want to, I want to be careful about spoiling it for anybody who hasn't watched, but the person who won did use some very fully allowed within the rules, but nefarious methods.
Interesting. Yeah, I read something. So it wasn't that they cheated. They just were a little skeevy.
They did some things that if this is the way this person is in real life, then watch out, everybody.
Then I don't want to know him. Yeah. I don't want to know that guy.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, make sure you tell your doctor you have contacts.
Watch your eye drops, I guess.
Yeah, you don't.
Also, where can I get fluorescent dye for my eyes?
Yeah, I mean, if it didn't, it sounds like it didn't hurt her.
Harmless,
and she left.
Yeah, why not? I mean, dang.
Wear that for a while. Just a color thing. You look like Mountain Dew lady. Or what was the Futurama episode? The Slurm episode. She's got Slurm in her.
She's got Slurm in her. Yeah. Yes, for sure.
Scientists have created tomatoes that smell like popcorn.
Okay.
Right. Finally, something we've really needed.
I feel like I like the tomato smell, but okay.
Yeah, right. I don't know why you'd want to do this. But anyway, scientists in China have developed gene editing tomatoes or edited tomatoes that produce a distinctive popcorn-like aroma. That would just make me not want to eat your tomato, by the way.
Yeah.
Unless you fooled me.
Is it really? And here's the thing. Is it a popcorn smell or is it a butter smell? Because most of the time when people are like, oh my gosh, that popcorn smells good, what they're smelling is the butter smells good.
Yeah, the popcorn itself, what odor does that even have without butter?
It's got a little bit of one. Like I've smelled, when I worked in the movie theater, we'd do the popcorn, long before we added butter to it. Actually, I don't think we wouldn't even add anything to it until the customer asked for it. But there was some seasoning Flavacol or something that we would put into that metal. So you've got your big clear bin of popcorn, and then the metal thing, you put your oil in there, you put your popcorn in there, and then you also put in a scoop of what's called Flavacol.
Ugh.
Not to be confused with Flavacol.
No, it's very different. You have to swallow a whole clock.
That's right. But then it would come out. It would have a smell that would attract people, and then you'd add the fake butter, that gooey motor oil to it to serve it.
That they call butter. Yeah.
Yeah. At least Alamo. I'll say this about Alamo. They use real butter, and this is how you know. If you don't finish that popcorn before it cools, you have a coagulated slurry at the bottom of your bowl of Old Maids and butter.
It's not. It's actually pretty gross. Which is, I assume this is partly why they don't use real butter in a lot of popcorn.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that if you're going to go natural or have the real stuff, you're going to end up with boogers at the end.
Finish it quick. I mean, that's they offer free refills. We've never done unlimited refills on popcorn. The crazy neighbors have, but we haven't. And so I'd say, if you get it to the point where it's starting to cool off and your butter's starting to coagulate, just ask for a new bowl. They'll bring it to you.
I'll bet your crazy neighbors have put what's that? What's that hash oil?
CBD oil.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Not? Seems like something Dave would try. Speaking of oils, this is a funny story I wasn't going to tell, but I'll tell it now. See this right here, this bottle? This is a...
salmon oil.
Yeah, salmon oil. You put it in your dog's food. It's good for their fur.
That's if your salmon squeaks.
Yeah, if your salmon's a little squeaky, apply some salmon oil. Here's the funny thing. That bottle looks to me, without seeing the front of it,
oh no,
and where it was positioned in the kitchen, it looked an awful lot like hand soap. So I reached over.
Its proximity to the sink was not favorable.
It really shouldn't be right there.
That push top on the top would make me think that it's absolutely.
And it was extended, and that one's locked in, but it was extended up, and I went and then washed my hands, and I went, what is this
why
smell?
Is it not lathering up?
Why are my hands there's no lather. B, the water was not cutting through it. It was really oily, and I grabbed the thing and looked at it, and I'm like, I put salmon oil on my hands? We have to have a talk. We have to have a family meeting, because that shouldn't be where that was.
Yeah. It's too bad the word oil isn't more prominent on that
Yeah,
model.
it's too bad it's not the hugest font ever. But yeah, I didn't see the front, and I was in such a rush, I just went, yeah! And it stunk. It smelled like fish.
An urge to swim upstream.
It smelled like dead fish, but it's all good now.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Tomatoes smell like popcorn.
Oh yeah, tomatoes smell like popcorn. The main thing is it's they say it's so the way they did it is that literally they made it more like popcorn by increasing the levels of 2-acetyl-1-propylene. I'm sure that's right. This is a natural compound associated with the scent and fragrance of rice and buttered popcorn. So a little bit of rice too.
Okay. You can smell rice.
You can smell rice is right. It says here. There it is. It says the work aims to improve flavor and scent, which often decline after tomatoes are harvested and transported. Yeah, but make it smell more like a fresh tomato and less like it's somebody who's making popcorn.
Exactly. Tomato smell is nothing wrong with the smell of a tomato. It's subtle, but it's especially like a freshly cut heirloom. Oh,
hell yeah, dude!
Oh.
I'm with you. I don't know what they're doing over there in China, but do it different.
Yeah.
All right,
tomatoes smell like popcorn. They're not supposed to smell like popcorn.
I just think if I smelled a popcorn smell of tomato, I'd actually be concerned and I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Kim, these tomatoes smell like they've gone bad.
What happened? All right, time for this.
Here's a tangent for you. Be careful, may cause drowsiness.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one Dan Patrice to the program. Hello, Dan.
Greetings, programs.
Hey, man.
Hello.
So good to talk to you guys.
Feels
Can I back up for a couple stories for you?
You can back up as far as you want. Back that truck up.
So, first of all,
glowy eyeball stuff, as I'm guessing that you're going to back up to.
Yeah. We're going back to that, and we'll go back to the pit too, because I got some cool stuff about the pit. Just
okay.
So let me just tell you, it's more so as somebody that's worn contacts for like 40 years. the first thing you think about with contacts, if somebody's going to put a drop in your eye, the first thing you think about is, hey, is this okay since I wear contacts? I don't even have to be a healthcare provider to know that if somebody's going to throw something in your eye, you're going to ask.
I feel like you should ask, yes.
For sure. Yes.
Yeah.
But maybe she was just like, oh, they must know what they're doing here in Ireland. You know?
Right.
I don't know.
Nuts. And also kind of to go along with that, my little bit of a tip here for you, just a tip, is that it's early March now, and I know that not everywhere is snowing. So if you are in certain areas of the country, you may not see the green and yellow crap everywhere, but it's starting to be out there, and that sometimes is the most irritating to some people. Not everybody, but to some people.
Like you're talking allergies and stuff,
pollen.
right?
Yeah, I'm talking pollen and allergies.
Okay.
Now, if you're somebody, which I like to recommend, if you're somebody who only uses, the allergy medication as far as your cetirizine or, your loratadine, cetirizine,
Visine, whatever,
levothyroxine, well, things like Zyrtec
not the over-the-counter stuff, but the prescription stuff.
A lot of them are over the counter as far as the tablets go. Almost all of them nowadays are over the counter. It's just maybe the strengths are a little bit different, and sometimes, in many cases, it's the exact same. If you're somebody who only takes the oral medications during allergy season, you may want to start gearing up before it gets too bad, because sometimes you want to get your histamine just a little bit lower, and that does help to start a little bit. That way, during the season, you're a little bit better, because I can kind of tell that it started down here in the South, because we keep getting this very North Carolina will have 2 days ago was 75 and today it's 40. So this is what happens in North Carolina a lot. Yeah. And you're starting to already get some of that invisible stuff. And within the next week or two, it'll be yellow everywhere. It'll be insane. So might want to get ahead of it. It would be my recommendation to people out there if you do normally take it. And like I said, I always recommend that people don't take it every day of the year, so that it does work. And a lot of times rotate your antihistamines too, for a few months or year to year.
How often, just as a related question, I think it's weird that when I was younger, I would get hay fever certain times of the year, basically just really bad allergies. We called it hay fever.
Yeah, absolutely.
But why do I not get any of that now? I get none of that now.
Many times, there's a few different reasons. Well, I know you probably live close to where you grow up. So sometimes, me, I went from Long Island to North Carolina, and right away, when I first came down here, it was really bad. And then your body does acclimate quite a bit to different areas. Okay. And as you get older, not only do you acclimate, but sometimes your responses aren't quite what they were when you were kids. So we like to think that when we're 10 or 15, we've been around forever. Yeah. But really, your body is very, very new to a lot of this stuff.
Okay. So it's like a, I don't know, it's like anything. You're in new environs, and those environs have different levels of stuff, and your body you're just not used to it.
Exactly. Yeah. And sometimes you'll have different types of pollens, whereas some people may be worse with grasses or certain types of trees. Gotcha. And things like that. So you'll have a lot of different, like I said, I don't know how far you are from where you grew up. You may still have different trees there that you weren't exposed to constantly from where you grew up.
We had this kid in our neighborhood who was like 12 to 16 when we knew him, and he was deathly allergic to peanuts. Just one of those cases where if you opened a bag of peanuts in the room, he would immediately have reactions. It was bad. Wow. And so we were always having to be really careful about what he ate. A couple times something slipped through, a little piece of a brownie or something had peanut oil in it, had him go to the ER as this kid around the corner. We were always trying to watch out for him. He turns around 18, 19, and his peanut allergy gone.
Really?
Never had it again. He's an adult now. He's in his 30s or something. But he's there's no problem. He can eat peanuts. He can walk around at Five Guys and whatever.
How would he find out? Right? Like he had to obviously.
I don't know. I don't.
Maybe he was around and he didn't have a reaation or something, and then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna nibble."
Maybe. Is that?
Yeah. One day when he was 19, somebody was eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right next to somebody. Was like, "Huh."
It lifted.
Right.
It broke the spell. Yeah, I don't know. It's very odd.
So your body, when you hit 18 for whatever reason, it's often when we talk about adulthood, but when it comes to a lot of whether it be disease states or other things with the reactions in the body, a lot of times your body just kind of changes as you get to adulthood, and again, it gets used to it or doesn't see it as a threat anymore. And what's interesting with peanut allergy, there's actually shots now, monoclonal antibodies that you can take, which has very, very light amount of that kind of peanut, and it kind of ramps up, and it's kind of way to desensitize somebody. And even with things like penicillin allergy, if that drug is gonna not every drug is like this. However, they found that with things like penicillin allergy, if you needed to take a penicillin derivative basically to save your life, you can desensitize somebody to those allergies. There's like a process to doing this. It's just fascinating. The body is just, like I said, I always
wild,
like to say,
right?
we know so much, but we know nothing. It's kind of how crazy the body is.
Yeah, we learn little bits and pieces, but the big picture is pretty wild still.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So my pet story real quick. So if you remember, we're all old, and I've been out of pharmacy school now for 25 years. When I was in pharmacy school, we used to watch ER, and it was pretty cool to watch how realistic they went out of their way to be very, very realistic with a lot of the drugs and a lot of the things they were doing. Just, it was one of the first shows that were really that crazy realistic. Yeah. And now with the pit, it's taken it to even a new level of because I did, rotations through the ER and through different parts of the hospital. And there is so much realism. You'll see there's a million doctors that, they make their living now on YouTube. You can watch some really cool videos of doctors responding, reacting to the realism, the stuff that they kind of fudge a little bit and stuff that they, fudge for TV reasons. Right. My only complaint, now this is minor and it's very biased because I am a pharmacist. A new hospital, or a very cutting edge hospital would 1000% have a pharmacist working in that ER. Now, I haven't watched season 2 yet. Season 1 was great. I don't know if they maybe add a pharmacist or something, but a pharmacist would be pretty much on rotation 24 hours a day working in that ER, whether it be helping to dose, helping to draw up things. A lot of times when they're, needing to give high level, antibiotics, stuff like that, the doctors wouldn't be sitting there going, oh, this is what we would use. No, they'd have no idea what those doses are. Even an ER doc is be like, hey, Dan, I need you to give him, I need you to give him gentamicin, just go ahead and dose it, get his labs and dose it. Because that's what they do all the time. Because you want to make sure, nowadays with collaborative practices, how much we have, when you're on rotations, you've got doctors, pharmacists, nurses, you've got people from all disciplines working on those rotations and stuff, going around on rounds. Yeah. So that's my only complaint, but it could be, again, simplifying it, and you can only have so many people on staff in a show.
And maybe Pittsburgh, they're just like, screw those guys. Maybe. I don't know.
Pittsburgh is a hotbed of pharmacy. I mean, between Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is a hotbed of advanced pharmacy. It's crazy.
Really?
I almost went to, I think Temple is in outside of Philly. Philadelphia has its own Philadelphia College of Pharmacy. I think Duquesne is up there. There's a ton of great schools that are right around that whole area. And even Pitt, I believe, has its own pharmacy school. So there would be people rotating through like crazy, or even on staff, as a full-time. So.
I wonder if they just thought they went narratively, it's like they thought it was just less interesting to have a drug expert on hand all the time or something.
It's probably just you have to write in reasons to use them, and that kind of becomes problematic when you're writing things. Yeah. Why do you have this person just following you around when you're only going to use them every now and then? And then you have to write the one episode where pharmacist saves somebody, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. Then, you could, but you know what? let this producer call Noah Wiley on the phone. I know you have his number, and just say, "Hey, buddy, Dan Patrice ready for season 3 of The Pit. Let's go. Let's get you in there."
You have to be a consultant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, well, that's cool. That's something I didn't notice, but now that you mention it, that whole first season, I haven't seen the second yet, but the whole first season had no pharmaceutical experts on staff.
Yeah, and so again, I say how realistic it is. They, of course, they put a lot of the crazy things, that you wouldn't see every day. They had to cover a lot of things that are like, of course, someone's an addict. Of course, of course, somebody misdiagnosed drug-seeking behavior.
There always has to be one of the staff is going to require the services of is going to need to get treated in the ER.
Yeah, or you'll get a call that somebody's head of whatever is in an accident or something or whatever. And my favorite thing is that show says, and because we're HBO, we're also going to have full-on catheters sticking out of real penises while we're here.
Yeah.
They're into it.
Oh,
man.
Yeah. Wait till you watch this season.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
I've heard rumor. But
it's got nothing on Heated Rivalry. No, Heated Rivalry's got nothing on this season.
Well, anyway, let's get to our board games. We got a list, man. We got a thing going here.
Before we do that, Dan, because you've got a son who plays hockey, have you watched any Heated Rivalry?
No, you know what? I saw advertisements for it, and I wanted to check it out. but I don't even know what it's on. So what
It's
streaming
HBO.
service-
It's on HBO.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we don't
Yeah,
have Max
yeah.
at the time, so I'm waiting for
Okay.
all of the Pit to be released.
There you go.
Maybe-
Okay, then you'll sign up and watch them both. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know what's going on if that buyout's ever going to happen or if it's going to be folded into Paramount Plus. I don't know if you guys have the news on any of that.
Yeah, I thought the latest I heard is the executives at Paramount who now have won the bid, so Netflix is no longer in the thing. They're going to make one streaming app for all of it, whether
Yeah.
or not it will be called Paramount
Paramax.
Plus or Paramax,
Paramax,
Paramax
Bo.
Positive or something.
Parabo.
Parabo Max.
Yeah, that's a real. I mean, it's a question of branding issues, but they're rolling them in. They're all going in together.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. I mean, whenever House of the Dragon comes back, I'd love to watch
Yeah.
that new, whatever it is, Game of Thrones Light, whatever that show is. Supposed
Oh
to be pretty good.
yeah, that I need to finish it, but it is very good so far. The what's it called?
A Night for All Kingdoms.
A
or
night
something
for
like that.
a night of the
yes.
Seven Kingdoms. That's it.
Yeah.
I need to put that on my list to
Yeah.
watch after Fargo. Yeah,
People
for sure.
really like it. So
A Night for All Kingdoms. That's probably a Hallmark movie
yeah,
that I might have watched in December.
probably had four different ladies that are always in all of those.
Yeah. And Lanterns is coming out this summer, which everybody needs to watch.
Oh yeah,
The
dude.
Green Lantern show. I
I'm
cannot
so
wait.
excited. That guy playing Jon Stewart is one of my he's one of my favorite new up and comers.
cool.
I'm so excited.
Aaron Pierre. Is that his name?
Aaron Pierre, I think so. He's
He's so
got a
good.
very thick British accent, but you'd never know it because in what was that one he did with Don Johnson that I liked so much?
Yes, that one is excellent.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh,
excellent.
that was good. It was like Rambo, but less mental illness. You know what I mean?
It was like whatever the breakdown or whatever it is with the Rock. It was like his
Yeah.
version of that.
Yeah, it was very good. I cannot recommend that one enough. And also, if you even just remotely like Don Johnson in like small evil roles, oh man, he's so good.
Oh,
at
yeah.
that.
Knives Out.
Yeah,
Oh, he is.
He's so good.
douchey.
yeah, he's
Nice.
great. Racist bastard.
Hey, let's get into some games.
Let's do
Yeah,
it. Let's
let's
start
talk
with.
games.
So that way I don't use up all my time just naming them. What I'll do, Brian, Scott, and everybody else, I will go down my top 5 games of last year of a few different categories: the Johnson games, the Ibid games, and then just my dungeon crawlers because I absolutely love all these. We have coming up. We'll have the Geek All Stars top 11 because, as we know, Brian, everything's better that goes to 11.
Way better. Yes.
We're gonna do the top 11 of last year, and we get those by all the different all stars, people that have been on the show, former guests, former hosts. Now, the way I did this was just kind of my list for you guys. Now, this is from last year. Now, my fiscal gaming year. I am American, and I think the world revolves around us. So when games come out at Essen a couple years ago, they don't really get to the US until January. So there's going to be a couple of 2024, quote unquote, technically 2024 games on this list, but really they weren't here until last year.
Fair point.
And there is one that's a total cheat. I'll mention that really quick as I get to it. So what I'll do is I'll run down those top 5, and then you guys, if you want me to mention anything more about one of those, and a lot of these games we have heard about in the past from when I've kind of brought them up. So which list would you like to go first, Ibit?
Let's do the big, thick, fat, heavy games first.
Okay, so we got the Brian game. So number 5. Now these are 5-to-1 order, but honestly, these games are all so good you can put any one of them. I tried to tailor it to the person. So Brian, this is one that I kind of mentioned in the past. It's more of a Brian, was the game that I think you really need to play. What would you say? Can you say off the top of your head what the heaviest game you kind of like, the heaviest Euro type game you like?
I mean, probably Gloomhaven. I mean, I know it's not super heavy, but it's.
What about some like Terraforming Mars or any of those type games?
Never played the board game version of that. I played the online,
like
the online
Steam
version, the Steam version, but I've never
things like
played
Lost Ruins of Arnak or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Trying to think of what the game is that we have that has the thickest rule book. I mean, it might be Ghostbusters. That one's pretty involved.
Yeah, but I'm looking more at Euro games rather than kind of those Ameritrash
Yeah,
games.
domestic.
Ameritrash, is that what we call them?
Yeah. So, well, actually, since nobody likes to put the word trash, we can't offend us Americans. See, I still say Ameritrash, but it's Amerithrash. Those are basically those crazy games where, games where there's just crazy cards and crazy rules and stuff all over the place. That's kind of like, I would put Ghostbusters into the kind of the Ameritrash type games.
Yeah.
But still great games. I say that lovingly. I use that term.
Oh, I can tell. I can tell you love it.
I hear the love. Yeah.
These are almost all Euro games. Well, these are all Euro games with different levels. So the heaviest one on the list actually happens to be number 5. That is Galactic Cruise.
Oh.
This is about making their cruise in space. I kind of covered this a few shows ago. It's actually amazing. It's really good. It's very freaking long. Brian, as much as I think it's a game that you would like, it's going to take you like 4 hours. So I don't even know if you even want to try it unless you get two other people that really know the rules.
People that aren't Tina.
Yeah, exactly. No offense, Tina. Sorry.
Yeah, none.
But the next one, number 4, El Paso. Now, this is a game that is this is the only game on this list that I think straddles the line between Brian and Scott game because it is so easy to learn and easy to play. It may be just a little bit heavier than your normal Scott game, but Scott, you would absolutely love it because it is very much a distilling down of Great Western Trail. It's really good. That is El Paso. The next one is Galilei. That game is great. Again, I think this is a game that Scott would still love, but Brian, you would absolutely love this game. It's kind of like an action selection wheel where you're kind of just exploring space. And as you do an action, it kind of goes to the end of the line. So you have your own what's called like a rondelle of actions where you're kind of you have to pick an action next in line. But once you do an action, it goes to the front of the line. You can upgrade your actions. You're fulfilling not conquests. Contracts is what I'm looking for.
Contracts.
This looks cool.
I love the look of this art, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a good game.
Yeah.
Number 2, these two are almost 2 and 1. You can kind of flip flop. Actually, again, like I say, all 5 of these can be number 1, except number 5. I wouldn't put number 1. Anyway, number 2, Shackleton Base. Shackleton Base is so good. This is crunchy Euro that, again, neither one of you guys need to read the rule books, even though the rule book isn't really all that bad. It's not hard at all. But if you had somebody teaching it, I believe you would both love it. What's really cool about Shackleton Base is you're only using 3 different corporations. You're kind of putting different bases on the moon, and then you're putting different items on the moon or getting different resources and building things. It is so good. And you have the 3 different corporations that you're using. They change every game. I think the base box has 7, so you're using 3 different ones. And even though you got to quote unquote learn them, they're not hard to learn. The new ones aren't hard to learn if you haven't used it. It's so good. You would absolutely love this one, Brian.
This looks good. Yeah.
I love the board. Board's awesome.
Yeah. The big round board with all little space stations all over the place.
It's really cool.
And what's cool is you're taking stuff off your own board, putting them out there, and depending on what you're building and where you build it from, that's going to either unlock other things, unlock special powers that you can use, like discounts on your maintenance and stuff like that, and also different income when you do put some of those astronauts onto your base. All right, number 1.
How many people, by the way, can play that Shackleton Base?
I think it's 2 to 5.
Okay.
It's at least 2 to 4. My caveat to these type of games is
1 to 4. This one says so. You can solo it if you had to.
You can solo.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, almost all of these nowadays have a solo version. If the expansion that's coming out adds a 5th player, I have a rule that when you play medium to heavy Euros, never, ever, ever, ever play them with 5 players. It just adds. There are exceptions to every rule, like Pillars of the Earth, which is it's probably my top 5 favorite games. Pillars of the Earth, based on the old book series, is one of the best games that you can play at 6. I think it might even go up to 8 with the expansion, but it goes 6 players. It doesn't add anything more to the to the length or confusion or complexity. It's just great with that 6-player expansion. It's awesome. But anyway, Shackleton Base, don't play with it more than 4.
All right, Shackleton Base, 4 players maximum. All right.
And then we've got the number 1 game. I covered this a couple episodes ago too. Covenant. Brian, I think you would absolutely love Covenant.
Yeah.
It is so stinking good, and it has that really cool kind of a fantasy theme to it. So it's a Euro game with a fantasy theme where if you don't like Euro games or you don't like fantasy, you can probably like this because it's got both. And it doesn't make you feel like you're doing either one of them. So it's awesome. That is by
how come all the pieces look like Trump, whatever those things are called in France, what's that?
The Arc de Triomphe.
Arc de Triomphe.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're building a few different things. You're building basically, I can't remember what they're called, but there's 3 different buildings that you're building underground. Like a workshop, and then like something else, and then you even have the towers that you're doing, and they'll score in different ways. You've got a little bit of area control in there. You're fighting some monsters, which doesn't even have like quote unquote fighting. It's just you get a certain amount of attack, and then you're taking out some of the monsters that you'll see some pictures of that on there with the round pieces. So you have your own round pieces, which are your dwarves, and then you'll have the other round pieces, which are the monsters, whether they're trolls I think orcs and goblins. I think depending on which
Right.
one.
What are they saying? We're short and squat, and they're calling. If I was a dwarf, I'd be mad about that. It's fine. Whatever.
Now these are fantasy dwarves.
Oh, okay. Well, then now we
Okay.
revere them. Yeah. No, this game is also 1 to 4 players. We got a lot of 1 to 4s going on.
Yeah, most Euros are going to be 1 to 4, maybe go up to 5. And almost everybody nowadays, with people like me that you just love to play things solo when you can't get your group together, it's really good. I haven't played either one of those solo. I have played Shackleton Bay. I actually have played Shackleton Bay solo. It's amazing solo. I haven't played the other one solo on our list.
Okay.
So Scott, let's hit your list.
Oh, sweet. Wait, didn't you miss one? Galactic Cruise, isn't that a thick one?
No, that was the first one I mentioned.
Oh, you said it's in the weird
Yeah.
order and it threw me off. Sorry. All right.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
good.
sorry. I kind of put them from 1 to 5 when I emailed them, when I texted you them, but I'm going backwards.
All right, you're all good.
Okay, so number 5 for Scott, Koi. I think you might enjoy this one the most because of the theme of sitting around a koi pond just chilling out. I think this is a number 5 game. It's so good. It's easy to learn.
With those
easy to play.
clear
With the
pieces, the
acrylic
acrylic pieces. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat looking.
So stinking good. This
Yeah.
one is great. That is my number 5. Number 4, Citizens of the Spark. This is basically just a tableau building with anthropomorphic animals. You're basically tableau building with the different cards. You're basically drafting cards, putting them in your tableau, and deciding whether you want to use them. Scott, I just taught you the whole game. Let's go play.
Sweet. Let's go. Those are short rules. I like that.
Yep. And each card, each depending on whether you have 1, 2, or 3 of those cards, their actions are going to be more powered up, and you're going to get different points. This game plays legit in 20 to 60 minutes. This one you can play with 5. All the games that I mentioned now, Scott, you can actually play all these with more than 4. If they are, if the player count is there, they'll be fine. We're not going to really bring any more, problems
Yeah.
to the game.
This one will go
number 3.
up to 5 on this one, it says. So.
Okay, yeah, and it plays just fine. I played this one actually with 5. Number 3 is Alibis. This is kind of one of the 2 real party games that I put on your list, Scott. This is kind of that Code Names meets Just One, where this is perfect for playing kind of while you're waiting for your dinner, or if you like to go to breweries and things like that. It just plays so well. This is an absolute great game. This should be on a lot of people's top 11 lists.
I love the look of this one with like the alternative to Code Names. We've played so much Code Names. It's like, all right, I'm ready for some different variation.
A new twist. Yeah.
Yeah.
The art is awesome. The art is like
it's great.
Like, I don't know, like punk comic art.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right,
very,
like-
very comic-y.
Alternative
really cool.
comic. Yeah. Right.
Love that. That's awesome. All right.
Okay, number 2, Positano. And this is based on that Italian city where you're kind of building kind of 3D buildings there. And this one does only go up to 14. I'm up to 4. And I think the sweet spot is actually 4 players, but it's not going to increase your playing time at all. You can play this in 45 minutes to an hour very, very easily. You're basically, again, you have a hand of cards. You're going to take one card of one type, one card of another type, and that's going to be your bidding, your kind of blind bidding for the round, and that's going to determine each row of the game, what you're drafting, when you're drafting, and then you're going to be using that. You're going to be building buildings. One kind of part of it is where you're building a building. Another part of it is how high your building's going to go, and another part of it is going to be the ceiling or the roof marker, because it's either bronze, silver, or gold, different roof marker. That's the whole game. We can go and play. I just thought this is what's great about these type of games.
These are great. I'm going. Take that, everyone who has long stuff to read. Not me. Not today.
And what's interesting about this, it's made by Slugfest Games, and their games are generally like the Red Dragon Inn. Not that there's anything wrong with their other games. It just doesn't fit the same theme as what they normally put out, but it doesn't matter. I mean, this game is great. It is, again, one of my favorite games of this year, and probably one of my number one kind of very much to introduce into novice players or people that don't even really say they play games, because you don't have to teach anything. You don't really have to set up much, and it's just the overhead teaches so easy.
Yeah.
And Scott, the number one game, you probably already own this.
I do.
You're going to see different versions everywhere. Flip 7, there is no doubt this is one of the best games that has come out in the last 5 years. Flip
So
7,
good.
they even put out the Grinch version. There's another version. I can't remember what it's called. It's like Flip 7 Redux or Flip 7 In Your Face. It's like something where it's even more take that cards added to it. That's out now. But this is a game I feel like you can give this to any person in your life who just, even if they don't play games, if they ever, have people over or ever just looking for something to do, it's one of the best games ever.
So when the game says 3+ players, you know, what does that tell you?
So that tells me you can really play this with like 20 people, you know, because it's a big deck of cards.
Okay.
And you're really just going around. It doesn't really matter. There are some games like Welcome to, which is rolling right. They say it's like you can play from 3 to 99. And that's kind of one of these things they sometimes will do at Gen Con is they'll have like break the world's record for most game players in this game.
Yeah.
And they'll do like a whole room full of like 60 people. You're basically just telling people on, you know, with like Welcome to, you're just flipping over 2 cards and people are just basically picking one of the 2 and filling it on their little sheet. And Flip 7, you've got a big deck of about, you know, 200 cards that it comes with. And you're just basically just playing almost like, you know, Black Stat Jack is the best way we like to, you know, explain it is you're just basically giving one card to everybody and then the next person, hit or stay. And then you're adding up, they can add up their own points. So you can play this with like, again, you can play this with an extended family very, very easily. I'm sure there's probably something written up somewhere where once you get past a certain amount of players, you probably want to get a second copy of it.
Oh, right.
But there's so many cards in it. You know, all you're really doing is after a couple of rounds, just shuffling them up a little bit.
This is 8 years and plus, so you can start pretty young with this one.
Love.
I mean,
love that
really.
game, yeah.
So here's a little inside baseball for the for things like games. Whenever you see whatever number plus, now sometimes it's for, you know, the complexity. Oftentimes it's because whenever you put younger numbers on there, you have to do more testing. So when you put like 3 and up, you have to like send them off to certain places to be allowed to say that. So you'll have to do testing on whether things can be ingested, whether things will be choked on, whether they'll poison you. So a lot of times you'll see just numbers that are just safe. So like 8 and up, obviously Flip 7, you could play this with a 5-year-old easy.
Yeah,
you know,
just maybe just make sure he's
As
a
long as
little
they can
smarter
count.
5-year-old.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't that smart. You could just say your number is
Dumb
this. You wanna
5-year-olds,
keep going?
dumb 7-year-olds.
Yeah, if you got any dumb 5-year-olds, push them to the side. Give them a regular deck
challenge
of
you.
cards and tell them to go for it. Yeah.
I challenge you, Scott. Play this with your grandson and see how he does.
Yeah, I bet he'd do great. He just turned
I bet
7. He just flipped 7.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. What I need to do is distract him as often as possible because he did the whole I was 6 and now I'm 7 and 6-7 and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
And he loves it. He thinks it's the funniest
So
thing in
now
the
it's
world.
going to be Flip 7.
He will, dude. He's coming over Friday. We'll see if I can finally get these people to sit down and play because I would love that. I still have this. I have this game. I took it on 2 different trips and I still haven't opened it. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah.
It's over
I know
there.
how it goes. Everybody gets talking, you forget. Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't end up getting to it. So maybe
So
this
think
weekend.
of how many times you brought like a game onto a trip. Now picture you're me. How many times have I brought a box of games?
I was going to say, how many games do you bring on a trip typically? Yeah.
Probably all, or well, many. Right is the answer. You do many.
Yeah. So when we used to go to the Outer Banks with my kids for like a long week, you know, in October or whatever, you know, for vacation at the beach, I would bring like a crate. And maybe I'd be lucky enough to convince, you know, my wife and our friends to play 1 or 2 games throughout the week.
Sure.
And meanwhile, and then eventually he just kind of gets, as an adult, you kind of get smart. Like, yeah, we're never playing these. I'm only going to bring like a couple of really small things that'll fit in a backpack. That's
Yeah,
about it.
I used to bring. I used to do the same thing with consoles back in the 16-bit era. I would bring my SNES and my Genesis to everything.
Both.
And what I realized was same kind of problem. It'd be like, well, why don't you just bring 1 and focus on 1 or 2 games on that one, and everyone will be happy. Otherwise, you're just going to be mad that nobody plugged in one of them, or you spent too little. You know, it's just going to, and then you got to pack it all up. So this is a good idea, no matter what you're packing around. Take less than you think you need.
We need to send you photos of everything that Brian Denaway brought to the Southeast
Oh my
meetup,
gosh, I'll bet.
where it
dude.
was basically
I love
like
it.
a CRT TV and a VHS and 1,000 video cassettes and this video game and this retro video game system and this. It's like he brought everything with him.
Yeah, and lugging big CRTs like that takes a certain kind of man, you know.
It really does. Yes.
And I am not that kind of man.
I'm not that man either. No.
Sweet. Well,
How about this, boys? Next episode, next time I'm on, I will do the dungeon crawlers
yeah.
All right.
Let's save them.
because I've definitely talked about just about all of these before. And we can go into a little more depth because I know that's kind of more up our wheelhouse, especially Brian's.
Sure.
And my number one will probably come as no secret to people that listen to TMS. But I have some others, and I can actually might go out to 7 on this one just to go,
Sure.
To give us a little more content on that one, because there's other games worth mentioning that don't necessarily fit into the length of some of the other ones. But anyway, I'm getting long-winded again.
How excited are you? This is my final question to you today. How excited are you for Slay the Spire 2 this month?
Oh man!
So this month, man.
I can't believe so. Being that my bonus is coming for work, I've already been looking up at Lenovo and some of these other places to get a new computer. I haven't got a computer. I crap you guys not 10 years. 10 years.
Wow.
You can imagine.
Wow.
And actually, so I've upgraded stuff. I got plenty of RAM in there. I've got an SSD in there, but still, like, things are just not running very well. Like if they're not, so I got Titan Quest 2 and it's just not optimized yet. It's in early access. It runs like crap. And a game like that should not run.
No.
It's not that intensive.
No.
It just runs like crap. So it's time. So hopefully, I'm sure, Slay the Spire won't run bad, but I am excited to just test it out on a new rig. But Slay the Spire, I can't tell you how many hours I have in those type of games between Monster Train 2, which just put out a DLC.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, so so good.
Yeah, Monster Train 2 is so awesome. And Slay the Spire 2, like if I was making an indie card battler deck builder game now, I would hold off on releasing that because the seismic explosion that is a new Slay the Spire game is going to make nobody want to play anyone else's. It's going to dominate for a year.
The only negative that I see about the new Slay the Spire is that they keep advertising how it's got it's co-opable and a big thing. Like, no, I don't play these games because I don't want to I don't want to see anybody. I just want to sit there, zone out, and draw cards and beat monsters. That's
I'm okay if they have the mode. I don't want to ever feel like I want to do that mode because it doesn't sound like a thing for me at all. I will be playing a single player game. I can promise you that.
Well, and I will say this for a quick tangent. One sentence here. The board game, the Slay the Spire, the card game, the board game, that with multiplayer with 2 players is excellent. It's great solo, obviously, but that's one where I'd say, oh yeah, we can play it. It's a commitment and it's a bit long, even though you can save through each act. It is great with 2. I just don't think I want to play the PC game. With 2.
No, I don't know. I may try it because we want to talk about it on core, but I don't want to. That's not how I want to play that game.
Nope.
Hell, half the time I don't want to play WoW that way. I just want to play by myself. So, well, anyway, Dan, it's always good to talk to you. Tell people about your show so people can check you out in the meantime.
Yes, you can find the Geek All Stars podcast. We just put out a show where we talk about just kind of getting back into, normal shows where we talk about board games, card games, TV, movies, a little bit of everything as usual. The next show will be our top 11 of 2025. So that'll be coming out in a few weeks. It'll be a great show as always. And we'll talk about a lot of games.
Sweet.
It'll be a blast.
That sounds awesome. Dan, Patrice, stay out of trouble and don't spill any pills that you have to count. And put back in the
30-second rule. 30-second rule.
Yeah.
There you go.
I should ask next time he's on. Is there, if you drop some pills, like some Oxy for some old lady on the floor, do you feel okay? Like, what are the rules? I must know what the rules are.
Right.
Can you pick them up real quick and throw them in there? Or is there a rule that says, nope, shove them to the side, try not to do that? That's expensive, whatever. I want to know. So next time he's on,
Perfect.
We'll find out.
Excellent.
All right, y'all, we're done with the show today. I want to thank everybody for being here to listen, to watch, however you consume it. We appreciate it. Go to frogpants.com/TMS for all your TMS needs. That aforementioned quicktms.li link is linked there as well. So super simple to get.
It's got all the stuff Dan talked about, and it's got the ending song, all that stuff. So yeah.
If you like resources for things you thought you missed or can't remember, hot damn, we got you covered.
Darn right.
Tonight, there will be a Watch Retro with me and Brian Dunaway at 4 p.m. Mountain right here on the Twitch channel. So come check that out if you are so inclined. And Brian,
and there is a new,
go ahead.
There is a new soundography up, all about the band Venus Hum. You might know them from the I Feel Love cover that they did with the Blue Man Group. Well, they're also just awesome on their own without the Blue Man Group, and they're fantastic. So,
what was the name again? Name of the band?
Venus Hum.
Venus Hum. I don't think I've ever heard of them.
Electronic, female-fronted electronic group that is, and she's got a voice that's a weird combination of Bjork, Tori Amos, and Nico Case.
Jeez,
she's amazing.
You're selling me here. Okay.
Yeah, she's great.
I like that. She from the neck up, she looks like she's going to ask me if I have a library card. And from the neck
she does.
down,
She
she
like
looks
you.
like a rock and roll lady.
Yeah. No, this is a singer who would fit right in at Nerdtacular or TMS Vegas or something. So
That'd be awesome.
yeah, they're awesome. They're
All right,
really
very cool. I'll have to check that out. Anyway, let's play a song for him now. What do you got?
Yeah, this is courtesy of the Syndicate. Thanks for letting me know about this one. Bowling for Soup have a brand new cover. They released it today, I believe. Yes, this morning. This is their cover of Simple Plan's emo anthem, I'm Just a Kid. They're getting ready to hit the road with Simple Plan this summer for Bigger Than You Think tour, the sequel. So go check out Bowling for Soup on the road. Here's their cover of Simple Plan's I'm Just a Kid.
Thanks for listening. The Frog Pants Network lives at frogpants.com.
Damn it, Brian.